Hi, Gary Burgess here, International Netball Umpire. Absolutely fantastic to be here in Birmingham for the Commonwealth Games. Looking forward to all of the games and yeah, having a great time.
You're coming into Northern Ireland setup after not playing the NSL recently. Do you feel like it's been a massive step up, or how do you feel?
Obviously I'm still training at home with the girls, so and I was lucky enough to go over to Stars a couple of times this season, so it's still in a setup in the NSL. But for me personally, it was the right decision to be able to have some time at home with family and friends. So I knew it was the right decision for me.
Okay, but and obviously coming up against shooters like Kamwenda Mavula, who traditionally both play goal shooter, was there anything you sort of adjusted in your game to match up against them?
Yeah, obviously Wai doesn't play a lot of goal attack, but they still have the height, so I think trying to force the first centre pass to them, first phase on centre pass to them, and then let her handle a lot of the ball outside the circle.
First of all, what's your sort of immediate assessment of the game that you've just played?
I think we played well for 28 minutes of the first half. I think we let ourselves down in the third quarter. They adapted their style of play and we on court didn't, nor from the sideline. Lessons to be learned from that probably. We tried something different. We tried a different style of shooter that possibly didn't pay off in this game. Not to say it won't pay off in others. We fought really, really hard, but we know that we don't focus for 60 minutes, and of all games that probably proved it there today.
And in terms of your squad, you do have a mix of players that play in the Super League and players that play back in Northern Ireland. How do you go about bringing that squad together when they're so sort of having different experiences throughout the year?
So we're very fortunate, and the players are so committed. So while we trained every second week, we had a training camp every second week from July last year until the start of the Super League, till February. Then the Super League franchise players are solely the property of their Super League franchise. That said, we still have one or two of them that fly over MAC, so they're still training with us on a Wednesday. So it's maybe not as just divided as it seems. All the training plans go up on our schedule. Everybody can see what we're working on. There's consistent communication, while trying not to interfere with their Super League plans. Then as soon as the Super League was over, the girls were back with us, and not full time, we're not full time athletes, but they were there as much as all the players at home.
Fantastic. And just any thoughts on any particular players that stood out for you today? Was there anyone's performance that you were really pleased with?
Really, really pleased with Eve Cooper. I thought she had her best game for Northern Ireland. She disagrees with me, but and it was why when we were making the changes at the end, I needed to keep her on court, but I wanted also to have Caroline and Fenella Toner on court. So hence Neve took the centre bib, and I thought performed very well in that. And I thought Emma McGee completely led the attack and was brilliant.
Fantastic. And just a quick question on Michelle McGee. She took a bit of a heavy fall. Is she sort of okay? Do you think anything's gonna sort of come after that? Or?
Well, she'll begin treatment now. She will not lie down. Our girls don't lie down. It's a common theme.
They are the warriors.
They are the warriors. Michelle knows the team needs her. With all the safety and us minding her for her netball future. She's still very young, Michelle. She'll be well looked after and will address.
Strong win by Uganda today. What did you take from the game?
Well, if I can speak from yesterday, I think the girls came in yesterday whole and they learned their lessons from yesterday's game. And today they displayed the best skill they can do. For that, I'm very proud of the team.
Yeah. And you didn't take to the court today. Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything is fine. I mean, games like this are games where you have to try every other player.
Yeah.
These are girls that have worked hard to reach here and they deserved the court. So it was good seeing them play and everybody take to court. And to me as a person, I take it as a time for these girls to gain experience. Because if we don't give them opportunities like this, then when will they get experience? I think it was a good time for them to get experience.
Yeah. And you've got a big game coming up against England. What are you expecting?
strength of England. England is going to come strong to us, and I believe we have trained well to also face them. At the end of the day, let the best team win.
Yeah. And Peace, you've got wonderful support in the crowd. That must be fantastic to hear.
Oh, the England crowd is so amazing. They love Uganda and we love them too. We are so proud of them.
It's great. The environment and the vibe in all the teams. It's just something to experience, and I've been waiting for this moment, and I can't wait to take it further with my team.
And we saw you in both positions today. How do you sort of adjust your game when you switch between two?
Well, on goal defence you have to be a bit more active on the first phase defence, and on keeper you can read the game more. So it's totally actually a different kind of defence. But I enjoyed both positions, and I can't wait to improve as well.
And obviously Barbados are a team that are quite happy to shoot from the edge of the circle.
Yeah.
How do you set up? How do you go about defending that when?
Well, one in a time, you just have to stick in a tummy. So it's just a communication thing between the two defenders. And if you have it right, you can corner them on any position.
Slow start tonight by Scotland.
Yep.
What did you make of it?
Pretty much that. Our start killed us. Our first half wasn't good enough. And I think the girls are just a bit disappointed because I think we showed, in the second half what we're capable of, and had they been able to execute from the beginning, I think it would be a different game. So it's a learning curve for them. They've learned a tough lesson tonight, and they'll be upset about it. But you've got to go through these experiences to know for next time.
You do. Is there anything experience, or is there anything you can put it down to?
I think all of our key players were probably a little bit off in that first half, and I think there's an element of the occasion and the pressure of the game. But we didn't attack the game. We didn't let the ball go. We got caught up on the body in defence. We just, we didn't do any of the things we talked about. And I think, if you saw the change room at half time, we didn't even really need to say a lot because everything was just going back to what we do and how we do it. And we were really pleased with the response in the second half. But you can't afford to give yourself such a mountain to climb.
No. And as a coach, how do you help your players turn that around? Through either chat or substitutions, or what do you do?
I mean, we made a couple of changes, and we were pleased with the impact of the changes. We didn't want to make wholesale changes because we weren't throwing the game away. But I think we'll look at the video and we'll pull some stuff out in terms of our lack of prep to get free and being off the ball. It's something we talk about time and again, and we just didn't do it. We've got to be able to continue to do what we want to do, and tonight we just we didn't do it in that first half, and I think that's what the girls will be upset about more than the loss.
Yeah. And so how do you sort of lift the mood around camp, ready to that next big challenge?
We talked before we came in around, what an extraordinary week looks like for us and what an ordinary week looks like for us, and now, it's probably option B. We've got to beat Barbados, we know that. We'll give South Africa a crack and see what we get, but worst case scenario, we're in a 9th, 10th playoff and we finish in our world ranking position, and that's not the end of the world for us. It's a huge week of experience and the start of a journey that we're on, but we wanted more, obviously, and that it's not over, but that slipped away, and we've just got to reframe it. It's about what this group can do as a group, this week, but also moving forward, and we've got to make sure that we continue to look at what we're trying to do in the bigger picture,